Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a new day. I hope you're all healthy and well and enjoying your time at home. Today, we're going to do our second listening activity. Last week, we did a fiction. Today, we're going to do a non-fiction account of someone's life, which we call a biography. Just to let you know, I chose this man because I'm a great admirer of his. When I first came to this country, the only sport that I found that I enjoyed watching was baseball. And this man is an absolute hero when it comes to baseball and also the civil rights era, which is something you will be exploring far more in as your educational career develops. Okay, so what we're going to do today is very similar to what we did last time. I am going to read the story to you, and then I'm going to post it on the stream for your class. I will then post an assignment where you will answer several multiple choice questions about the text, and then two written answers where I expect you to write a little bit more about how this man connects with your life. Yeah, so without further ado, we are going to get straight into it. Okay, so today we are talking about a gentleman called Jackie Robinson. Now, what's funny is when I had my second son, we called him Jack, but his nickname, and everyone calls him this at home and at school, is Jackie. And when I told people that, they thought we had given him a girl's name, and I pointed out that Jackie Robinson is one of the most famous people with that name, and everyone knows him. So it was quite funny. Anyway, Jackie Robinson. Now, Jackie Robinson was a baseball player, an incredibly good baseball player, but his story is so much more than just baseball. So, here we go. I hope you enjoy this. Introduction. African Americans play a big part in professional sports today. For many years, however, black athletes were not allowed to play with white athletes. One African American, Jackie Robinson, changed all of that. His courage made him a baseball hero and a champion for equal rights. The early years. Jack Roosevelt Robinson was born into a poor Georgia family in 1919. In college, he was a star on his school's football, track, basketball, and baseball teams. His family had little money, however. He left college in 1941 to help support his family and did not finish school. And if you can see, there's a picture of Jackie with his family. And this is Jackie competing in sports when he was younger. In addition to baseball, Jackie Robinson ran track and played football and basketball in college. He was great at all of them. Taking a stand. In December 1941, the United States entered World War II. Like many young men at the time, Robinson was called up to serve in the U.S. Army. One day, he and a group of soldiers got on an army bus. The bus was segregated. White soldiers sat in the front and black soldiers sat in the back. Yet Robinson knew he was as good a soldier as the white men. He would not move to the back. Robinson was arrested, but many people defended him. He was a good soldier who had only stood up for what was right. In the end, he was found not guilty. And that is Jackie Robinson in his army uniform. You are hired. After his time in the army, Robinson played baseball. In 1945, however, baseball was segregated too. White and black athletes played in separate leagues. Robinson felt that baseball leagues should not be separate based on race. So did Branch Rickey, the man who ran the team, the Brooklyn Dodgers. Rickey wanted the Dodgers to be the first white team to include a black player. Rickey knew that this player would not only have to be a great athlete, he would also have to face abuse because of his race. Rickey hired Robinson. He had one condition, though. Robinson could not respond to any of the abuse. Instead, Robinson would fight prejudice by playing great baseball. Number 42 takes the field. Jackie Robinson began by playing for the Dodgers minor league team. On the road, he could not stay in the same hotels as the rest of the team. Other minor league teams would not play because of Robinson. Pitchers on other teams threw the ball at him. Even some of the men on his own team did not want to play with him. And look, here, it's a picture of Jackie Robinson and he's doubled over. And it says, the umpire motions Robinson to first base after he is hit by a pitch in 1947. And that was not an accident. None of this abuse stopped Jackie Robinson. He played well enough to move up to the Dodgers the next year. Wearing number 42, he took the field on April 15, 1947, before a crowd of 26,000 people. That's a lot of people. The stands were full when Robinson picked up his baseball bat. The crowd watched as he walked to the plate. Insults rang out from the other team's dugout. The words hurt, but Robinson did not respond. He let his bat do the talking. In this picture here, it's Robinson and Dodgers team captain Pee Wee Reese smiling after both hit home runs in the 1952 World Series. As teammates, they became close friends and they remained so for the rest of their lives. So not everyone was against Jackie Robinson. The Dodgers earned a victory that day, not only over Boston, but also over prejudice. Robinson forced many people who thought less of African Americans to think again. Robinson went on to have a great career. In 1949, he was voted the most valuable player in the league. So think about that. Here's a gentleman that wasn't wanted. And then by 1949, 4 years later, he was voted most valuable player out of everybody in the league. He was a fast runner who led the league in stolen bases. In 1962, Robinson became the first African American to get into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Beyond baseball. After Robinson stopped playing baseball in 1957, he went into business. He became the first black vice president of a U.S. national company. He also became a civil rights leader. He continued to work for equal rights for all people until his death in 1972. Today, in the United States, more people of color play in the world of sports than ever before. We all have number 42, Jackie Robinson, to thank for that. And when he was a businessman, this is what he looked like. Okay, that's the end of the story. I hope you found that biography interesting. I'm going to go through a few words that we encountered in the glossary. First of all, abuse. This is a harmful way of treating a living thing. An example of verbal abuse at school may be someone calling someone names, making them feel uncomfortable. Athletes. Well, we know athletes. These are people trained in sports, games, or other activities that require strength, speed, and skill. A lot of us have our own favorite athletes. Most of them play baseball in America or football, because those are their popular sports. Civil rights. These are rights that promise freedom and equality for all citizens. All citizens. In America, we talk about civil rights. It could be race, could be religion. It could be one of many different things. Condition. Remember, he had a condition in his contract. Something that must happen or be accepted before an agreement can move forward. A condition in my classroom is we have to, if someone is speaking, we have to respect the speaker. If we can't respect the speaker, you can't be in my classroom. That is a condition of being in my class. Guilty. Guilty. That's when you've done something wrong. You go to court, they say you're not guilty or guilty. Okay? And prejudice. Prejudice. Prejudice is a bad opinion of something without an understanding of a certain person, group, or subject. Once again, you can be prejudiced against someone because of race, religion, creed, many different things, and it means that you are against someone because of who they are rather than what they believe or what they think. There's no rationale behind it. Okay, that was Jackie Robinson. So I am going to include some questions. Take your time doing them. Feel free to play the story again. This is a listening exercise, and the reason we're doing listening exercises is in the NICESLAT, the ESL exam, they have whole sections dedicated to listening. So we really do need to practice that. And of course, listening is a massive skill we all need to develop when we're participating in classes. Okay? Thank you for listening. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys soon. Goodbye.